Honda sold 238,155 CR-V cars in America alone last year. Not bad for a year that was plagued by inventory constraints. The CR-V is now the 7th most popular car in America based on sales. The news is much better for Toyota. In the same year, the business was able to deliver 399,941 RAV4s to American customers, ranking it as the 4th best-selling car. Value and variety are the keys to these two small SUVs' success. Both automakers provide a wide range of configurations at pricing points that satisfy the desires and requirements of numerous families. The hybrids are among the more well-liked options among consumers. The RAV4 is just one of many iconic Toyota models that have been produced in hybrid form in the past. The current RAV4 hybrid, which was completely new a few years ago, has good power and excellent efficiency. In the past, Honda has successfully adapted hybrid technology for the CR-V. Since the compact SUV is brand new this year, this means the CR-V hybrid is also new. And so what's new for the 2024 Toyota RAV4? With the addition of a new two-tone paint option, a new weather package that includes heated front seats and a leather-wrapped steering wheel, and a new 114-inch activity mount, a trailer hitch you can plug bike racks into instead of a trailer. The new Woodland Edition from last year receives the most attention this year. Army Green, a Toyota SUV favorite, dating back to the FJ Cruiser, is now also offered in the Woodland, Adventure, and TRD Off-Road. And the golden wheels on the Woodland simply make it seem amazing. RAV4's interior and in-car technology. For the compact crossover class, the inside materials of the RAV4 are substantially improved over those of previous iterations and are acceptable on par. High-quality components and craftsmanship are used. Nevertheless, the top trim levels of the RAV4's competitors' vehicles never give off the same air of near luxury. Since genuine leather is unavailable, the Softex vinyl that is standard on higher-end vehicles is not a reliable alternative. On more expensive trim levels, especially the Prime, which can reach $50,000 with options, this can be a concern. But we enjoy how the various models are distinguished by the use of vibrant trim pieces. The Toyota Venza is really just a pricier RAV4 hybrid if you are searching for a more upscale feel. A finer step above that is the new Lexus NX. Large, functional cup holders, an accessible location to keep and charge your phone, a bag under the armrest, and unusual shelves integrated into the dash make this in-car storage better than most. The carpet and the easy-to-clean plastic flooring in the cargo area are both double-sided, and the cargo cover may be tucked away beneath it. Both are not included with the RAV4 Prime, but we do like that it has a place for the bulky portable charge cord. It can be elegantly wrapped around a foam donut inside the spare tire. A plug-in automobile typically settles for a tiny bag that takes up cargo room. Top trim levels now come standard with an all-digital instrument panel, which is rather standard in this market. It's all right. The touchscreen interface, which debuted last year, is likewise very acceptable. The good news is that it has a far more up-to-date appearance, more cutting-edge functionality, and responds to user inputs much more quickly than the RAV4's previous interface did. The sizes of the screens have also increased, with the entry-level touchscreen increasing to 8 inches and the top-of-the-line touchscreen increasing to 10.5 inches. The bad news is that they no longer come with the convenient physical menu buttons that helped make the previous system so user-friendly. The radio controls were also much better, without the original home button, or at least menu buttons that are docked on the screen permanently. Switching between Toyota controls and the Apple CarPlay Android Auto interface is very unpleasant. Your reaction to any of this will mostly rely on how you operate a COS technological interface, but nonetheless, we believe most competing systems to still be better. And how big is the RAV4? When comparing the RAV4 to the Kia Sportage and Hyundai Tucson, it is true that the RAV4 doesn't offer the most passenger or cargo room in its class. But when evaluating the RAV4's advantages over other vehicles, we're really talking about how really big and practical it is. It matters not whether or not it continues to be one of the most useful small SUVs. If you're looking for family-friendly transportation, it's difficult to see how the RAV4's passenger space could let you down. Full-sized adults and rear-facing kid seats will fit without any issues. Cargo space is in a comparable condition. According to the specifications, it has a maximum cargo volume of 69.8 cubic feet and a maximum elevated cargo volume of 37.5 cubic feet. Although it is bigger and better than the majority of compact crossovers, including the Honda CR-V, it is ultimately inferior to the Kia Sportage and Hyundai Tucson. When it comes to actually hauling things, our cargo tests revealed that the Rav4 does indeed rank third. The Tucson Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid models do not have spare tires, while the Sportage does. This is something we would want to point out right away. Considering that the floor of the Rav4 Prime plug-in hybrid is higher, it does lose its spare tire and some cargo capacity, but we doubt you'd notice the difference. The Rav4's generous ground clearance, especially in the Adventure and TRD off-road trim levels, makes it one of the more adept compact SUVs off the beaten road, and we would be negligent if we didn't mention it. Only the off-road focused Rav4s and the Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk have more clearance than the Subaru Forester, particularly the Wilderness model. Even the smallest RAV4, the XSE Hybrid, clears an 8-inch gap, which is better than most. Rav4's fuel efficiency and performance specs. A 2.5-litre 4-cylinder engine with 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque powers the Rav4A's standard. Although that is above average for the sector, acceleration isn't particularly impressive, taking an estimated 8.1 seconds to get from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Front-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic transmission are standard, however, depending on the trim level, 2 all-wheel drive systems are available as options. The second, which is available on the Adventure, TRD off-road and limited trim levels, more actively distributes power around, including between the rear wheels, to improve wet weather traction as well as dry road handling. The first is a basic reactive system that sends power to the rear wheels in the event of slippage. The settings for mud and sand, rock and dirt and snow also feature off-road vehicles. Although fuel economy predictions for 2024 were not yet available at this time, it is unlikely that they would differ significantly from those for 2023. The Rav4 gets 27 miles per gallon in the city, 35 miles per gallon on the interstate, and 30 miles per gallon overall with front-wheel drive. By choosing one of the all-wheel drive systems, you can lose 1 to 2 miles per gallon on the highway and combined. Not a big deal at all. 3 electric motors work in tandem with a separate 2.5-litre engine to produce 219 horsepower for the Rav4 Hybrid. The Hybrid essentially has all-wheel drive as standard thanks to the electric motor at the back. With a predicted 0 to 60 time of 7.8 seconds, the Hybrid is not only a more fuel-efficient option, but also just a more performance-oriented one. All trim levels achieve 41 miles per gallon in the city, 38 miles per gallon on the interstate, and 40 miles per gallon combined, with the exception of the Woodland, which scores a still exceptional 38, 35, 37 because to its all-terrain tires. The Rav4 Prime plug-in hybrid, which boasts more potent motors and a larger battery pack, is the last option. It has a total system output of 302 horsepower, a 0 to 60 time of 5.8 seconds, and a range of 42 miles, which is greater than that of most other PHEVs. When the all-electric range is used up, it practically functions like a standard hybrid and offers comparable fuel efficiency. Therefore, it is more efficient the more you utilize its all-electric range. On the other hand, the 2024 Honda CR-V doesn't have off-road and plug-in hybrid variants, no spare tire in the hybrid, a basic touchscreen, and is more expensive than some competitors. Having said that, do you love what you just saw? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. For more videos about EVs, Toyota, Tesla, Ford, and the most recent auto news, please consider subscribing to Tech Addicts.